Hello everybody, thank you for joining me. Oh, that's a different introduction. This is Sonia and I'm on here now today to show you what I've been doing. I've been spending hours and hours. I've come covered in glue and I'm covered in gesso. Spent hours this morning and a few hours last night working on trying to get these bits and pieces together because I wanted to get some ephemera so I could do some bits with it. Now I printed off some little tiny pieces on the internet. They're all wee, yeah. I've put them onto card stock, just a thin. These ones are on the green. I think there's some on blue. I don't know. Hang on. There's blue. But that doesn't matter though. What's on the back, because now I've got them sitting here on here because I'm going to put bling on them. I'm going to put some stickles and things, make them shiny. Make some holes in some of them and be able to use them maybe as these ones here. I was thinking they make a good tab on the side of your page, only for the fact that I printed them off tiny like this because I didn't know what I was going to do with them. But they'll look alright in a tiny little envelope or a pocket or something, won't they? Okay, so let's get me this one of these here, because I won't be putting any eyelets in any of them, but I want to make a couple with little holes in the side or the end or whatever, just so I can put them on something. Okay, so there's one. He's not cut out straight, is he? Well, they were off to a bad start, aren't we? I thought I cut them all out straight. You know, it's incredible. You can't cut the tiniest bit off. You've got to cut a big heap off, and then it goes crooked on me, and that's good. Yeah. Okay, and I'll put a hole in a round one. And maybe this one here. Maybe you'll see one day when I've done with them after, you know, because I'm sort of not quite sure yet what to do. I think they'll be looking nice in pockets, or when you're making something up, like a piece of ephemera, like we could put and you get a sorry, you get a pin and a bit of fabric and a bit of string, and you put it all together. You want to be able to tie it up so these things, little things here, will have little holes, so we can do that, eh? And then some of them don't have to have holes. I'm not getting too carried away here, am I? This one here, we can put a hole in it. It'll look nice on a piece of ephemera, because when I put some blingy on them, I was cutting this one out, and it started out a lot round and bigger. It's sort of a bit skew-if. But anyway, if we put it on something, and my cat thinks I'm talking to him, and I'm not. Oh dear. Can't really whisper, sorry. Oh dear. Minky, go to bed. Go on. Go to bed. So now I'm just going to put bling on them. I'm just going to cover it lightly, you know, just spread it out a bit, make it look a bit more. Oh dear, he's talking now, isn't he? He wants to join me in the conversation. He does. Poor little puss. He'll go away in a minute. I think he just. Doesn't that look good? I mean, I hope you can see that. I'll show you a bit closer in a minute. Look. See, makes a big difference, doesn't it? Putting a bit of, you're not actually covering it over with it. Maybe hubby will hear him in a minute. Oh dear, poor puss. It's all right, Minky. Go and play. Because I've been sitting in here really quiet most of the morning. You know, haven't even said much to myself. And I'm sorry if I'm covered in stuff, but I can't. Oh dear, not the timing thing. I forgot to put that on again. How long you reckon I've been on here? A couple of minutes maybe? Oh dear. Sounds like Father's come through the back door. And he'll be able to do something with that cat. He's very needy, but he loves us. You know, he's always with us, so what are we going to do? He sleeps actually in a spare room on the bed. At night time, he used to sleep with us sometimes, but I think we might snore too much or something for him. I don't know. Keep him awake. He's happy he goes and gets in his own bed when we go to bed. So if you get up 4 o'clock of the morning, because if you're about that time, if you need to get up any time, this is not cut off good either. Look at this. I'm just going to go around here and see that I can see here. There's still a bit of green behind this. Must have been, I was in a hurry probably. You know it takes a long time to do these things. You've got, oh well you have if you do. If you craft, you know how long it takes. You think, oh, you know, look at them little things. But it takes ages to get these going. It really does. You know, if you want to find them first, print some off, find them in your cutout things or whatever you've collected up, and then you got to put them on whatever you want to put them on, and then you got to. It's a lot of work. It's fun, you know. And sometimes, by the time I'm finished having this fun, I've probably had enough then. So I thought that's why you're here now, watching me put a bit of sparkle on some of these, so they'll look, you know, meant to be sparkly. Okay. I'm using all gold this time. I could use a different, I suppose. I could put some silver, I guess. You can see what it is. You know, there's a thing underneath there. You can see that there's something, there's writing in that. It's not covering it all over. And we try not to stick our fingers in it because, well, it's not too bad because then it just wipes everywhere, and that's all we want to do anyway, don't we? We just want to wipe it everywhere. Oops. Well, oh dear, well there you go, see, that's the thing. I thought I'd put it all down there and do it. I was thinking when I put the card underneath it, wasn't I? So I would have to pick it up and move it over to dry. Okay, and another reason why I waited a while, I have been drying the booklet thing that I'm making into the envelopes. I'm going to show you that in a minute. It hasn't got, it's not been embellished or anything yet because I've been waiting for it to dry, and you'll know in a minute what I'm talking about when I show you. Because I wanted to show you how I'm going with that. See, some of these might go in if there's a little pocket or whatever. It just depends, you see. And if you think you put too much on it, you can just wipe a bit off. It's not a, you know, there's no rules to that. It's just, I think it's an easy little piece of something if you want to, you know, just make a bit of bling on things. Put a bit of bling on. I had all this stuff, well, I've been gifted a couple of these bottles. I've had a lot of these bottles of things for a long time. Some of them are getting down low, but got to use it. You know, you feel like you've got all this stuff here, and you do want to use don't you? You just have to use it. That needs a hole in. I should have did that before I put the thing on it. I've got no holes in these bigger ones. I'm thinking I'm going to cut these in half though and use them as a tab. That's what my thoughts were on this. You know, just cut it in half, use it for a tab, and then you got, well, I've got sparkly on that side now, but I could put something on there, you know, like a sticker or something, couldn't I? You shouldn't probably. Doing this without putting the card behind it first would not probably be a good idea because it'll all go all floppy. Well, it'll go better after a while, but, you know, I think we need to put the card stock behind it and then wait till it dries. I've got this one here, nearly finished. Nearly finished. Rightio. There one. And this one with a girl on it. I think I'll put it on here too because it's all right. She can go on I won't whop it over her face, you know. Sit down. Here we go. Sit. This one here. I like the black and white things, but then I don't know. Got to put a bit of something on it, don't you? You can't just leave them bare. What else? Oh, another one. These little vintage ones are cool. Oh, that one I was supposed to. I remember I cut this out and then I did its corners and I forgot to go back and do that one because I had to stick it back down. And that's another thing too. I might do the rounded corners on a few of these others. I didn't do it on that one either. What am I thinking about? Anyway, so I've not got everything done. This one's good. I'll put this on here. Oh dear. There you go. It's a bit better. I'll wipe it over with my finger and that'll give a... This will put some more on this one. A tiny bit of bling on this one. Don't know what I'll do with that yet. I'm thinking about cutting it out all the way yet. We'll see what happens. Okay. So that's them, and that's going to be little bits and pieces that I will use, you know, in different things, like I said, and to make little bits of ephemera with them, I hope. That's what I can use for them. Now I need to sit that somewhere nicely so it don't fall down. Stay there, rightio. Now, I've only got a bit of bling on me, but I still don't want to get it. I'll leave these here, stop the glare of the light. Now, yesterday I was doing the envelope booklet thing. I think a lot of people are having a try at this. Now, this is not like everyone else's because it's my own sort of... It's something the same, but my own ideas. Now, for the cover, this is going to be the cover. So this was a file folder piece, okay, and this is a piece of scrapbooking paper that goes really good with that. The inside here's you can see that, but I'm planning on putting something in there, and then I've got to stick that down, and that's going to be a pocket in the back. And sewn in here, I'm going to have a journal, okay, because this is the cover, and this is going to be on the front of the cover of the journal, the envelope thing, okay. Now, I think I can stick it on there now, because what I was waiting for to dry was the gesso, because I wanted to cover the outside of it with the gesso, because I do like that effect, okay. And all I did was just go around each one and just see that bit there, that's cool, but it comes off that bit there. So, well, and they're still all open today. We need a bit of a tag or something to try these. Might have some glued together a bit with the gesso, but we can just lift that off there, it'll work. Sonya. Okay, come on. You can do this. Oh dear. I tried, it was really hard doing them all at the same time and trying to keep them from sticking to one another. And the white bit, of course. Okay, so there's the first pocket, that's in there, okay. And then you turn that over and you got that bit. Oh dear, I keep driving this in, then you can't see me. Go the other way. There we go. And then there's this one here, and I covered that with this really nice piece of paper that I have. And of course, when that was stuck there, that just made that a good effect, didn't it? This is the inside of that envelope, and I've covered that. I've gone the gesso up the middle and down around the sides here. I've got this stuck here again, as you can see. Just make sure I make it, open it in the right place. It's just it's only a bit of gesso, so nobody panic, you see, because it'll be fine. It'll be fine. I'll get through here. It's only a little bit gooey. It'll dry. It's not actually it isn't wet. It's still, oh well, very slightly. And here, this piece in the centre, I've got a bit of gesso around there. And this one, I've got lots of bits and pieces, of course, to tuck, and I'm going to make bits on here yet. I've just only done the basic part. And there's another one. This one I have put a tuck in the bottom, a pocket in the bottom. And then there's that one there. Well, it's not. He's on the last page, right? So this I'm going to stick to here. But first of all, I want to put a piece of paper in that because of the window. I wouldn't have used the window if I could have found one of my other things. The paper that I'm using in there. Where have I put that? There it is, but which one do I... I'm sure I had a longer piece. Oh, here we go. I'm looking at it. Nobody worry, I'm panic. We're just sitting here looking at it. Okay. Right. So I'm going to put that in there just for the look, I suppose. You might say, I'm going to cut a bit off. That's a bit too long. Tiny bit. Just give it a trim. I hate doing this because you wipe everything everywhere, don't you? But I will do it. I'll get in there and just push it down, I think. How about if I just do it with this glue stick? Get it apart. Goodness. Here we are. I'm going to put it on here and do it. Suppose I can wipe it off. We're here somewhere, right? I'm just here putting the glue on, okay? Then I'm going to wipe it off, I hope, off the glass. Actually got a piece of calico here today that I'm drying things with. If I could bring myself in a little towel. I do have to bring myself in a... You know how you forget about these things? I have this really, really, really nice big thick wall, and I want to make a round thing for the cat to sleep in. And do you think that I can remember to do that, to get it out of here? Oh, that way. To get it out of here and to take it out in the lounge room so I can do this. Every time I come in here, I think I better take that out, and I haven't done yet. I've been doing it. It'll be summertime before the cat gets his round thing to sleep in, or not. We'll see how we go. Well, see, this is a part I hate, getting stuck to everything. I'm good at that, aren't I? I'm sorry. I'll put it back in the shot. There we go. Am I here? Am I here? Did that work? Yes. I'll sit it down here first and move it over. Try me. Come on. Get back over here a bit to me. Ah dear, I can still see the blue. I'm not going to worry about that. I think I'll put some gesso over that, eh? What do you reckon? Because that's got to go onto here, right? It's got to stick on the front, and I better do that so I can start getting organised. Now, whether I want to put it in the middle of the front of the page or the bottom, I don't know. Let's put it in the middle. What do you reckon? Well, see, then I'm going to have to sew this in here, but I can handle that as long as I don't have it too far over that way, because I want to put a little book, well, I'll put a good sized journal in there, you know. I want to make a journal and put in it so we can, mostly for writing, of course, that's what it's going to be, the writing part. And this part here could be just for the, you know, a good interesting bit, I suppose. Right, now we'll put this on here, okay. So we've got a fair few bits of, wait a minute, I've got to think about this for a second. I have to put something there to tie that down, don't I? If I'm going to close this, I have an issue with closures, and I need to have a closure. Wait a minute. Suppose I'll put something in there. I might use one of them little knobbly, you know, the little knob things that I've got. Close it with. Could wrap it round, I suppose, because you've got all this here, haven't you? You've got all that there that's going to be waving around if you don't hold it down. So I'm going to have to put something in behind there. I'll put some. I have got. It's sort of creamish. It'll do. It's creamish. Could have stuck it in my cup of coffee if I had one, but I don't. So I have been known to do that before. Before today, I'm going to put this underneath here. Make sure I've got all this happening the right way. So if I put that under there, that's not going to work because I'm only going to close that bit. So I want to do the whole lot. I want to close the whole lot together. So just put it around the back then. That's not hard. That's not hard, is it? You can do that. Yeah, I think that'll work. I think that'll look really cool. Rightio, so we need to put it about here. There. Righto. So it's got to go there. Lots of glue. Okay, so we're getting right down in this pot of glue here. We are. Right down to the nitty gritty. Yeah, come on. Come out wherever you are. Now, the pink file flip out thing that I'm trying to make is giving me aches and pains. I have tried. I've tried twice since I put the video up on the bit I did to work out what to do with it next. And for some reason, and I think it's the colour in parts of it, is really balking me and I can't work out what to do with it. So I don't imagine you'll see that again for a while because we do not enjoy crafting if we have to fight with it, okay? So I'm just saying I really appreciate all your lovely comments on that beautiful piece of work, but I just cannot seem to get it to go any further, you know? Sometimes you can do things and work on it. It's just what depends what your brain's working on. But there's some red stuff. There's red bits in there and I cannot work out what to do with it. Okay, I've got to be honest with you. I'm going to put this up in the centre of this, sort of ish. Well, just there. Just there's nice. Let it go. All right. Push it down. Press it down. Is that the right one? Yep. Yeah, it is. And see, I can see that blue sitting out there. Look at that in that. Oh, that's painful. I'm not going to be able to cut it off though, because I can't cut under there. We'll come back and put gesso on that. I'll cover that with gesso, so that'll cover it right over, so it won't be in the way. Let's push this down so it's never going to come off. Okay. So here is my envelope flippy, well, my envelope journal cover thing. Right, there we go. And now all I've got to do is embellish it. That should be fun. I've got to find the right things. So it won't be too hard. I'll be able to do this. I want to make something that comes... Now this is at the top. I can only just barely see these bits at the top, but that's okay because I don't want them to be too over the top. I wonder if I've done here. I might pull a bit of paint off that. Might we put some more back on. So I've got that. I must remember not to pull that up and break that bit. I think it's got enough tucks and things in the front here, don't you? Put little bits and pieces of ephemera and stuff in. What do you reckon? And then I'm going to have this as a pocket, because inside here I wanted to put something else. Oh, that's right, I'm putting my book in there, aren't I? I have the pages. I have the pages already. I do, but when I say that, I can't find them. I can't find them. I've had a look, and I know they're here. And so that's the best thing. We've got to start, haven't we? We know they're here somewhere. Right, so that's the start. Okay, now I'm going to show you this. I don't think I did anything to it. This part here, where is it? At the front here. It's not working. And I don't know why, but I just don't feel like I can't. I don't feel I can do I can do justice if I can't. These here, I guess I can leave it like it is. I guess I can just leave it like that and go to the next bit, I suppose, and just keep going and see what happens. Never thought of doing that. I just wanted to put some... This here's got me, you know, it's putting me off because I want to put something on that. And, you know, I suppose I could put some gesso on that and calm it down a bit, but... That's very all over the place, isn't it? But I might just, you never know. You never know. Something could happen and I could get that good idea coming to me, couldn't I? Could get the good idea. Now, let's see if we can make some things in this. Some things. Okay, so when they've got a pocket there, and there's this hip piece, I wanted to make some compartments that things slide in that way, you know. That's it. Maybe I should do it on a bigger piece. Let me see. Which one? This opens at the top. Well, how about I put something there, and then I can do a, you know, like a thing like this. You see how that goes? Yeah. Right. Let me see. Well, I've only got a little bit of this left over, but I think I should try and put a little bit of colour into it now, don't you? As long as I don't go too far, because then I'll get confused. Now we'll get these nice pieces. This is the book that those ones come out of that are there. So I need to have I think I tore one of them out this morning sometime. What did I do with that? Here's a blue one. This is nice. Seems to be a bit clashy with it, doesn't it? Which is weird because it's supposed to all go together. It's all in my brain, I don't know. This is pretty. Silver. Sorry. Yeah, I've got myself a bit stumped here because I know I had another piece that had flowers on the end of it, and I think something like that. It was blue. It was blue. It's probably still here somewhere. Just probably put it somewhere now where. Oh dear, oh dear. I'll do that bit of paper, Sonia. There's always something that I want that I can't find. It's always the way, isn't it? Look here, here. I do like that one. It looks really good, doesn't it? To go in that. Okay. I must be looking straight over the top of this piece of paper. I'm sure I must be. Unless I stuck it into something and done. Oh. No. There it is. It was stopping the light shining. Okay. Right. Now I know I did like this. So I'm thinking I might put 2 of them there and use that for a pocket. Let's see what it looks like when we try that. Okay. I've got to make sure I cut this along the line there because there seems to be there's a part there that's, right, a bit over, tiny bit over. Here we go. Oh, at least the sun's shining there today. Oh dear, we've had some rain. But now the sun's shining, so that's good. Now I'm thinking that that's too, it might be a little bit too wide. What do you reckon? And I don't think it's too busy. But just a tiny bit too wide because if they're both on there, yeah, I've got to cut them back a bit. Just cut them down a tiny bit, Sonia. Just cut them back a tiny bit from the top of the bottom. The bottom. Don't ask me why. It was just a thought that came to me. Take a bit off the bottom. Okay. I have to take this piece off the top of this one first because it's still got a tiny bit of oh dear. You know, I might have told you my neighbour that moved out about, well, it was ages ago, wasn't it? Months ago even. They still haven't got anybody living in that house. The people must be home. There must be people out there that haven't got anywhere to live. There must be. I don't understand. It's a government thing, I suppose. Well, they haven't got somebody there already. I don't understand what the go with that is. Now, do you think that'll look all right? Do you? If I cut that off there. You know what, I would have liked to have the pink across that side, the roses, but that's wrong because they're upside down. Look, see, only for the reason, oh wow, I might just do it like that. Cut the roses off there. Oh, I know what I'm going to do now. Hang on a minute, nobody panic. We've got that idea. Hang on, where's a pencil? Oops. Oh dear, look at this. This is going to work, isn't it, Sonia? Cut that up there. Is that right? Because that's got to come to the end, doesn't it? Yes. And that one up there. Right. Wait a minute. Bright ideas now. Where's the little... It's amazing, you know, when you make a mark and you can't find it again for... Righto, so we cut that down there. And then we're going to put that over there. On an angle. So, we want it on an angle. So it's different. You get me? Alright. I was going to do something a bit more, I suppose it is a bit shabby chic-ish. I was going to do something a bit more vintage though, I think. Now I don't have to have that up there because I can just have not. Do I have it or not? Let me see. We can put that up there, and we're going to put this here with it cut like that, and then there's going to be a pocket in here. I'll leave that little bit. What do you reckon? Can we leave that little bit? Okay, we'll leave that little bit. So both of these I'm going to cut now so I know what I'm up to. Well, we're going to see. Hopefully we'll be knowing what we're up to. And that'll be in the centre. I should have done them both at the same time, shouldn't I? Make sure we get them both around the right way. Okay, I've actually cut them both the same size. So that's cool. Oops. What? What? Ooh. I didn't want to do that, did it? And we'll do corners too, just for, you know, because they look good. They look good when you do some corners. Now, whether I'm going to put the gesso around here or not, I don't know. I can easily do it afterwards because I can just make a very thin line of it with a paintbrush or something, just for the look's sake, you know. Now, I've got that little tab there. That's why I'm not going right to the top, okay? And this one here. I'm going to cut this. Whoa, hang on. Something more vintage I'll need to do one day, won't I? Get myself into something more vintage. Now, these are, oh, hang on, this corner's not done properly. I mustn't have. I wonder which one I did them in. Small? No? Medium? Why isn't that cut? Oh, there it is. Done now. Playing the fool on me there. Stop it. The medium one. I think I did it in. No, but I didn't wreck that. Now, I've got these tiny little strips anyway, haven't I? Right, so I want to do this. I want to put that there, or like that. Do I cut that down there like so? Or do I take it up there and cut that down there like that? We're trying to work that out. Which way it's going to look the best. I think maybe not so much, don't you? Don't you think? Like, you don't want to... Okay. This will be interesting. I don't think I've got another one of these pages because I've already used it. So if I muck this up, well, that'll be it. Try not to cry, but we're going to cut that on an angle now. Wait a minute. From there to there. Oh, you can't even see what I'm doing. I want to take off some of it. So I've got I want a bit of a corner. Okay, let's just do it with the scissors. I might better make a line, I think. Better rule a line. Oh, I can't see what I'm doing. Wait a minute, here we go. Sorry if I poked you with the scissors. I didn't mean to poke you with the scissors. I'll start by just going there to start with and see what I think about that. Where's that? What's the name? So I can rub that line off there. Righto. And I do like the idea of that little edge bit for some reason. I'm quite keen on that. Okay, that looks all right, doesn't it? So we'll make this one the same. We can just do that by hand anyway. We don't have to worry about cut. If we can cut it exactly, it'll be fine. I'll see what I'm doing. These good scissors will do one swipe, look. Yeah, that's the best way to do it, isn't it? One swipe. Hopefully Where's the other piece that I cut off? Here. Keep those. I don't know why, I just want to keep those. And all pretty pieces of... Okay, so that's going to go like that. And this is going to go like that. And then I can lift this up and get out. Oh, well, I'm going to slide something in there. So I'll work on that too. I'm going to put this on here. But I'm going to put it on so it comes over the edge, and then I can cut its corner then when I do that. So I just want a tiny bit of glue. So I'm hoping something's going to work here, because I've had that sitting there with a pin in it, but you never know with these things, do you? Oh, goody. Goody, it's working. Okay. Now I'm using that really good glue that I was gifted by Christine. And this one here, and she got it from Spotlight in Australia. And it's a really good glue. It comes out flat out at you. Really kept me working fast instead of having to sit there all day fiddling around with whatever I'm doing. Now I'm going to better look at the other side, so make sure that I've got that fair on the... Okay, Sonia, fair on the thing. Fair on the corner. Yeah, I have to move it over now, come on. Really? Get over there a bit. Righto. Now I should be able to cut that off. And then I've got somewhere to tuck something. You see? As well as put something in there. Okay. Now this goes here. Wrong glue. Here's this one. And I do like to come up the side here so it doesn't lift up. Whatever you put in here will only be tiny. I imagine it'll be a tiny little booklet or something. I do like a tiny little booklet. I think I'll be doing something like that just to... I'm trying not to have so much trouble with this one this time, Sonia. Getting it in the right place. There we go. I should have did that on them inside bits too, shouldn't I? It doesn't matter now. It's too late to worry about that. Rightio. Now I like that better. I do. And I'll put gesso along this so you can see that that's a piece there to tuck in. And I'll put gesso along that, so I'm not going to glue those down yet, but I'll need to make a something to put inside them. So we're going to turn that over there, and that'll look really cool. What will I put inside? All these decisions. You have to have so much things, don't you? There's something got to go in here. I haven't put that apart properly. Just cut some of that off there. Just be careful, Sonia. Just move a bit of it over. Tiny bit. Okay, I'm going to leave that alone. I'm not going to mess with that anymore. Righto. Takes a bit of folding down, but it's right. I'm thinking about what I'm going to do here. If this is... I don't think that's too thing. Back over here. Well, I have to put gesso on these, so I'm going to just leave them, and they'll go. There's a tuck there, and there's a tuck spot there, and I've got... Where's the things that I showed you that I made? Wait, this is not them. I'm drying them over here, aren't I? They're a bit small. I don't think they'll be dry, though. But I'm going to use something on there. I am. Okay, that'll be in the next video maybe. What's today anyway? Monday, righto. Oh, it's just, we don't go anywhere anymore much, so we don't know what day it is or anything. I said to Jeremy for years and years and years, I mean, we've been married for 30 years, and for 30 years we've been shopping on a Friday, or Thursday, which depends what payday was. And, it's weird. You don't have that anymore. You just sit here and we're sitting here waiting now for things to get better. Yes, that'll look good with the gesso around it. How much time have I got left? Where's the thing? Oh, only 9 minutes. Well, I don't think I'll be doing any more of it today anyway, because I think I'm going to have a break now. That's going to look really cool, isn't it? Because when this is closed, you'll be able to see these, but you'll also be able to see whatever it is I'm putting on there that's going to be put in the side pockets, and this, whatever this is going to be in here too. So I'm going to have to do some thinking on that sort of thing. So you got something to, so I'm going to have to do some thinking what to put in there. There's lots of ideas, I suppose. You just got to figure them out. I could do a flip on that thing. There'll be flips all over. This is easy, right? So you all can go and make one of these, because it's real easy to do. You just got envelopes, and you just cover your envelopes with your paper. And I think I showed you a couple being done yesterday before I did this, and then all you got to do is work out what sort of ephemera that you're going to use, and either put it on you can put it on something, or you don't have to. But I'm going to set it on this because I'm just going to put a journal in the inside of it there. And that's going to be a tuck spot too, because that'll be fastened down, and that's just pretty cool, hey? Love it. Okay, so thank you everybody for watching, and I hope you're having a good day and staying safe. Okay, bye-bye.